going today?
It's going very good, Jessica. Thank you.
Today I'd like to talk about something that really impacts salespeople on a day-to-day basis, and
Yes.
that's stress. What is the relationship between stress and the sales industry in general?
Well, there's a direct relationship. As a matter of fact, in my practice of coaching, I see a lot of people that are very stressed about their job, and it's normal in a way to be very stressed about your job. Because there's a lot of demand in today's environment, whether the economy change or the corporate demand, they often translate to put more demands on the salespeople. However, stress is good. The question is which level is stress at to remain good, and sometimes it gets too high, and that's where it's not good. So we need to manage it properly.
So I think that's something that we could apply to stress generally.
Yes.
But in particular in the sales industry, how do we make sure that we don't come across as stressed, or we don't show our stress, or we manage it better?
I like to say in coaching, we like to share with our clients that the head, heart, and soul has to be very, very well aligned. And the first one that I believe needs to be aligned is the body. And the body is the one that needs exercise, whether it's a tennis game or jogging or something. And if it's done on a daily basis, I believe it does help people in sales because it does a good breathing to the brain, and that's where neurologically a lot of our head is directed in different directions in order to create good solutions to clients. And if head and body are in good shape, chances are that the emotions will be balanced. And that's the piece that is very important for salespeople in order to be able to understand what the clients want and in order to be able to deliver a good solution in front of their client while they're there.
So I think you could apply these 3 tips to stress in general.
Yes.
But in particular, as a salesperson, what can I do before entering a sales call to become less stressed?
Well, I like to say, in coaching we talk about, aligning yourself with the body, head, and soul. And those 3 have to be perfectly aligned. And the first one being the body, we just talked about doing exercise. That would be the way to keep the body aligned. The head is very important to have the proper suggestions to your clients. So when you go into a call, by breathing, before you walk in there, by making sure that you leave your iPhone behind you in your car, so it's not going to buzz as you're talking with your client. And living, I'd like to say, at the present moment. So that means you pay attention to the client, you pay attention to their body language, so that way you understand what they really mean when they agree with you or disagree with you on your sales proposal. And if the 2 are well balanced, then the emotions are in good, at least stand to be well balanced with the client, and they're able to take whatever comes to them from the clients during the sales call.
So do you think that having a good alignment will impact my sales performance?
Yes, because if the 3 are perfectly aligned, you'll be way much more relaxed when you walk in there. When you do face a situation with your client that it's a disagreement or they're not totally in sync with you, you'll just be more on the spirit of the moment to try to understand what's happening, and therefore that's going to create the connection. That's what it's all about today, connecting with people. And that connection will make you come up with the right solution, and that's where if your head, heart, and soul are well synced together, that's where you'll be at your best in front of your client.
Well, I think I can easily apply these tips in my day-to-day activities.
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing them with me.
All right. Thank you, Jessica.